Hey guys, I'm super excited to test this new product today. A couple of weeks ago I saw this product online. They're basically aero discs that go on top of your wheels on your Tesla. These of course are the 20-inch induction optional wheels, which are bigger than the stock 19-inch wheels. For this previous generation of Model Y, they were the Gemini wheels with aero covers, which had better range. And then these induction wheels, which have more of an open air design, but they do eat range because all these spokes and all these gaps, basically, they create turbulence as you're rolling on the highway, and it consumes more energy. Come look at this. This came in just today. Company called Tesery, I believe. They make aero covers, or these aero discs. I got mine in white because I thought it's gonna pop more and be more unique, but they come in black and all different designs. But the idea is that this covers up the entire wheel section here and creates a more streamlined look for better highway aero. Hey guys, jumping into the edit here real quick. So this video is about a month in the making, and I had to reshoot and retest several of the sections because I think although this product has benefits and use cases and it's still pretty good, it didn't live up to all of my original expectations, as you're about to see. Packaged pretty nicely, actually. I don't know, I think I dig it. They do come in black if you want something more subtle. I chose white because to me this looks a little bit like retro rally wheels with like the white wheels and small spokes. And there is actually a little bit of a gap here. Maybe this is just to let some air in because you do want a little bit of airflow to the wheels for brake cooling. But okay, first of all, we need to take off these center caps for the induction wheels. I've got this trim removal tool, which is just like a right angle thing, but I think I've previously used even like a small Allen keys just to get in there. So let me show you how it works with the induction wheel. You kind of want to get your tool in and you want to get a good grip. If you don't get a good grip, it's going to slip and you're going to scratch these plastic covers. And you can ask me how I know that. It happened before. So you want to give this get a good grip, get a good tug, and this comes right out. And so on the back here, each of these tabs, I guess they have these protectors, and this snaps on. So let's take all this off. And it should be just contacting plastics. And so not these metal bits here are just for, I guess, elasticity. It's not for making contact. I hope not, anyway. And they say to line up kind of like the valve stem opening with that here. So this lines up. Yeah, so there's no metal on metal contact, it's just plastic. And also there's the center bit needs to come. And just go in a circle. What do you think? If you come over to the side, you could see maybe our like frontal area is like that much wider now because it does stick out a little bit more than the stock rim, but it seems like it doesn't seem flimsy at all. It's got rigidity to it, so I'm pretty confident this should be okay. I think this looks pretty sharp. We got white wheels and a red car. We're ready for Canada Day in a month, so we're all set. I noticed that the aero discs are ever so slightly larger than even the rim diameter, so it makes it the appearance of even larger wheels than they are. So I like the look. Hopefully it's more efficient, but time will tell. Hey guys, I had these Aerodiscs for about a month and a half now. I have run them on the car, off the car. I logged a lot of mileage, and I finally have some results and opinions about this product. I was really looking for something to increase aerodynamic efficiency on the highway for road trips. And I don't think this is the right product for that, because in my own controlled experiments, I have a highway loop where I do all my efficiency testing for things like tires and for other experiments. And in that case, this product had, I did a day of testing in June where I did a control test with the stock wheels. I did a run with the Aerodiscs, and then I did a run again with the stock wheels as a second control. And I saw 177 watt hours per kilometer at 120 kilometers per hour with the stock wheels, and then putting on the wheel covers, putting on the Aerodiscs, my consumption actually went up to 196 watt hours per kilometer. So that's almost a 10% increase over stock. And then I took them off again and did another run with the stock wheels, and I had 181 watt hours per kilometer. So that's, again, in that case, the Aerodiscs increased consumption by 8% on the highway. So that's a bit of a head scratcher. Not the result I was expecting. So not believing my numbers, I did another day of testing later in June at higher temperatures, 26 degrees Celsius, and a slightly lower speed, 110 kilometers per hour. Another loop style test, and then I saw 171 watt hours per kilometer with the Aerodiscs, and then I saw 165 watt hours per kilometer with the stock wheels. In that case, the Aerodiscs had increased consumption by 4%. So again, not what I was expecting. But in terms of efficiency for something that is called Aerodiscs, I was hoping there would be an aero advantage, but it either seems like that these induction wheels from Tesla are already fairly aerodynamically efficient for what they are. Or I'm thinking these covers, because they do introduce a little bit of width along the x-axis away from the wheels, that introduces some more frontal area and maybe air resistance. And I think maybe these little spokes here are actually doing another kind of job, churning up the air in front of the car. And then that could be hurting aerodynamic efficiency. Aerodynamics is harder than it looks. It looks sleek, but maybe it's not. If you know better, then leave it in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. But it's not all bad news. I think if you go to the Tesery website and the webpage for this product, they mainly promote two benefits to this product, and being personalization, which I cannot fault them for because I think these look amazing. I love the way they look on the car, and especially in white, they do really pop. It turns heads, and you stand out from the sea of Teslas out there. So personalization does get a point. And the other main benefit they list is, of course, shielding your wheels from damage. Primarily like curbing your wheels on curbs and potholes. Pretty much every Model Y I've seen out there has curb rash damage, including my own. By accident, it happened to me too, even though I try to be very careful. And I think this hard ABS plastic will actually shield your rims from curbs if you do get into that situation. It's a bit disappointing that it didn't do better in aerodynamics. This seems to be a really well engineered product. It's light, but it's really rigid and durable. And they went to have through all the care to include these rubber stoppers so your wheels don't get damaged. But it is what it is. I think there is definitely use cases for this product, but if you're looking for better aerodynamic efficiency on the highway, maybe not. This is not the product for that. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Aerodiscs from Tesery. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.